you grew up in Eastern Cape. He's a whitey, blonde eyes, blue, or blonde hair, blue eyes. And he's freak tall, so you can imagine like this like a stocky white boy, and he just with all the black kids here. And he just like, he just stood out, man, you know? So that was me also constantly. My parents raised me a little better than most of the kids I was. But when I started moving out, I realized that I actually fucking stand out. So I would find myself in very messed up groups that seemed cool on the surface, if that makes sense.
Yes.
You know, I was like, those are the cool kids, but all of them are druggies. That
you don't see it for the real behind the scenes.
You understand, you just see them walking outside of the bottle, having fun, it looks cool. No, bro, there was a time.
Your soul. Inside.
True. And there was a time like, I'm not sure Jason even noticed that, but there was a time I was on some demon time, bro.
No, there was that because at the same time I remember Carl. Shout out to CB.
Shout out to CB.
Lyric.
I changed the lyric. I changed it.
And Wise went from WIZE to WYZE. Everybody changed their name after the first project. I remember specifically that time that Carl was going through a challenge, also you were also going through a challenge, but I couldn't finger point it, man. So I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna break the lights down, man. I'm gonna let him be. Let him find himself.
I was gonna get his call, man. Damn.
Wise was on the hunt for pussy. I don't know for what reason.
I mean, the fun that he was looking for.
Yeah, eventually. But I'm glad that you guys have experienced life, because it brought you to a point of maturity.
True.
And that changed. Yeah, that was just my 10 cents. Because it was freaking weird.
Yeah, it was weird. It was a very weird time in my life, bro. And
and what is one of the quotes that you love by, or that you came across, doesn't matter when you came across, that you actually know, this was like light bulb moment, like just some words of wisdom?
God, it's a tough one.
You were keeping this guy.
It's because I work with people a lot, and I'm sure because you two can also relate. We all work with people a lot, and it's because people don't really pick your brain like that.
Yes.
So when you prep yourself for daily interaction, you don't think of this brother's gonna ask me this, so it should be somewhere in the frontal lobe. So it's a question that makes you think, man. You know, like you could say a lot of things. Because like, there's a lot of things that I love by, but like,
if there was one specific nugget that you love by,
that someone else can also implement.
Everything that you experience, that you go through, that you love, everything that is in your reality, is something that you brought here via thought, via action, via whatever you did. If you're struggling, it's because you asked for strength and you are being tested.
Exactly.
You are being broken down so that you can build a callus so that when they shoot that arrow, it bounces off your arm and doesn't penetrate you. So one thing that I think has to stand out above everything else is the fact that whatever you go through shapes you. So if you ask for something, be prepared for the light and the dark that comes with it. But also, with that being said, remember that nothing comes without a price. So everything will come, everything that you ask for, it's going to take things out of your life. You ask for money, you're going to lose friends, because you can't have gold diggers as friends if you want money.
Exactly.
You know, you're going to ask God, God, I want to find myself in the right crowds. And I always say this to my friends. Like I said to you earlier on also, like you said to yourself in a corner one day, or just in conversation in your head, you were like talking to God and you were like, you know what, God, I know one day I want to be around people who share the same vision as me. People who have the same drive, the same passion for life, not just music, for life that I have. You know? So you said that a long, long time ago. And because you said that, God has been making things shift in order so that can come into your life. That's all that it is. But the problem with us is we want to force things a certain way.
Audi man.